College football's back with Michigan and Michigan State on the field practicing, and it really won't be long now before we get to week 0. But Wolverines and Spartans with storylines. What do you think the biggest storyline out of East Lansing is, Gator?
Well, I think it's all the additions that they've made in the portal to help out the defense and make that defense better. I think when you add guys like Chris Bogle and Aaron Brule and Jacoby Windman, there's a lot of expectations with those guys being in the front 7 to get to the quarterback. And the additions that Michigan State has made to the coaching staff is going to help that too. But Michigan State last year, their pass defense was terrible, right? I mean, if it wasn't dead last, it was damn near dead last in the country. They were awful in giving up yards, and a big part of that is because they didn't have enough of a pass rush. The secondary was also a problem. They've added to that with the portal, with Amir Speed as a transfer from Georgia. And then they're getting guys healthy again, and having Xavier Henderson back is going to be good too. But really, it's about how do you improve that pass defense for Michigan State. And I think the portal is really going to prove to help them in all facets of it, getting pressure on the quarterback and having better coverage.
Yeah. In Ann Arbor, it's kind of funny because I think most of the attention is going to go to who's going to be the starting quarterback. I feel like that situation sorts itself out. It's very healthy. They got two good options there. One that was, the primary guy that won a Big Ten, beat Ohio State, all that stuff. The other one is pushing him and is obviously extremely talented. But the real story is, how do they make up for the losses up front defensively? And, Ojabo and Hutchinson were extremely useful college players. Josh Ross in the middle. And I think with Junior Colson, people really, really like him in the middle of the defense. So it might be how are they going to be good defensively without having the great guys coming off the edge? Because you're going to have to make up for it somewhere else. And I feel like that's in the secondary more than anything else. I like their talent back there, and, developing defensively. I think offensively they're going to be just fine. In fact, this team might resemble Ohio State a little bit last year. They don't have the talent at wide receiver, but they have some really, really good ones. But what I mean by that is they're going to play those games where they're outscoring people, where they give up some points, but they have more offensively and get into some high-scoring shootouts. Whereas last year, they were pretty well balanced. They had a really, really good defense and a really good offense. This year, I think they would be overloaded on offense, but how do they make up for it defensively? And maybe the biggest loss of all is Mike McDonald. We'll see. Jesse Minter and him were from the same school of defense. They'd worked together, so nothing really changes, but we shall see.